What's that? Well, it's February again in Michigan. Sometimes in February it feels like Christmas was a million years ago. It feels like Easter is a million years from now. And although the sun is shining now, you might want to take a picture of it because it rarely happens in Michigan. The days tend to just bleed together and you feel like one day just kind of runs into the next and the next and the next. I think that's exactly how St. Peter was feeling at the start of this gospel. It points out to us he had just come back from a night of work, and fishing is not an easy task. It's manually very strenuous. You get wet. You got the smell of bait. All those key elements that are there. And lo and behold, Jesus comes up to him. He's washing his nets. He's done for the day. He's ready to put it to rest. And Christ calls him, let's go out one more time. What amazes me about this is that Peter could have come up with an excuse. Oh, I just got done working. Let's try it another time. He could have used my favorite excuse, which is, I have so many chores at home that need to get done. Ellie's going to insist that I do X, Y, and Z. I'm just too busy. That's not what he does. That's not what he does. He tells them, okay, and obediently they go out. And miraculously, they catch more fish than he's probably ever caught at one time. His nets are tearing. His boats are so full, they're in danger of sinking. Peter recognizes the miracle. Peter recognizes in his life that this is a grace-filled moment. And he does what we do, isn't it? Depart from me, I'm sinful. We tend to always focus on how we are sinners. And I think a lot of that is because of our culture. We live in a culture, we live in a world in which we are very much proficient-based. If I do enough stuff, I can be better. If I do enough things, I can somehow gain the right to be a child of God. When that is utterly false. Those grace-filled moments, those times when God enters our lives, it's not because of what we've done. It's because of who we are. It's because we are a child of God. And he calls Peter to follow. And the irony there is, God doesn't need Peter. This is the God who made the stars and the sun. This is the God who parts the Red Sea in Exodus. This God does not need us at all. We need him. I keep catching my This is terrible. We need him. In fact, we're nothing without him. And so he calls us. He calls us because it's what we need. I'll tell you a little story. When I was a kid, my father was adamant that we help him with the chores around the house. I became the expert flashlight holder. I became the expert of handing him the right tools out of the toolbox. And my father would narrate. He would narrate what he was doing. Replacing the light switch. Replacing the guts inside the toilet. Replacing the faucet. It didn't matter what it was. He would narrate everything he was doing along the way. And while he would do it, he would make you feel like you were instrumental in this process. You would walk away feeling like $1 million because, boy, Dad could not have fixed that sink without me. Little did I know once I married and had my own children, having your kids help is 10 times harder. You parents know this. The whole time, my father was just teaching us how to take care of a house. My father was teaching us what it meant to be a good father, what it meant to be a good husband, what it meant to be self-sufficient. In a small way, that's what God's doing here. He calls us because we need that. We need it in our conversion. That's what we need. So Peter hears this. Come be a fisher of men. And it says that Peter left everything behind and followed. Now, I want to be honest. I'm glad you read the scriptures if you saw that. But I caution you about leaving everything behind just yet. We have a lot of obligations. We have families. What God told Peter might not be what's right for us. But take away the real message there. What is it in our life that we do need to leave behind so that we can follow him fully? What are those material items that we hold on to? What are those friendships that we hold on to? What are those vices and sinful things that we hold on to that keep us from our Lord, keep us from fully following him? I challenge us this week, make an inventory and figure out what are those things. Lent isn't that far away. Lent isn't that far away. It's a good time to take stock in our lives and start to work in that process of, just like Peter, letting it go so we can fully follow him.